Hey y'all, so I gotta come outside and do the reading for the week. Um, when I do my spreads, I always start on the left and read from left to right and then from top to bottom. And a lot of people say left to right is your past, present, and future, and these are any questions you may have. So we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards today for the week. Okay, so the first one is call on your angels. And call on your angels is a card for people that are, going through some things. You may be, and you may not. It may be a situation where you're just going to the doctor and you want someone to support you. You don't have anyone that day who may be able to support you. So call on your angels to come there today, that day, and be your support system. But if it's a situation where you're going through something major, call on your angels. Anytime anything serious is happening, you should be calling on your angels, your spirit guides, whoever you use to support you. If you just want to call God, that's fine too. Call God. But call somebody. Don't just sit in a situation without any support at all. So calling on your angels is a very, very good card, and it reminds us that we are not in this world alone. We're not here to suffer by ourselves. We're not here to go through situations by ourselves. My mouth is super dry. Should have brought some water. Okay, and the next one is make a note of it. Make a note of it. Write down how you're feeling. Write down what you're going through. I've always told people, when they're having certain problems, or not even problems, you should be journaling, period, to write down the things that are going on in your life from day to day. If you can't journal every day, at least do it once or twice a week, so you have an idea of what's going on. Make a note of your dreams. Make a note of colors that you see repeatedly. Sometimes make a note of people that you see repeatedly. And then you can, go back in your journal and be like, oh, okay, well, I did see him Monday, and then I saw him again Friday. Okay, so is something going on? Because sometimes if we don't write things down, we have a tendency to forget them. That's why I always tell people to keep a small notebook near your bed, so when you wake up, you can write down your dreams. Because if you get up, go to the bathroom, come back, look for something to write on, look for something to write with, more than likely you've forgotten part of the dream. But if you keep a notebook near your bed, you have a better chance of, writing down things that were in your dream. Because believe it or not, if that dream is not super duper important to you, by the end of the day, you've probably forgotten it and moved on, especially by the next day. Gizmo! Gizmo! Oh, okay. Okay, Pootie. I just didn't see you. The next card is Time for Crayons. And Time for Crayons comes up to let us know that, hey, sometimes we have to stop taking life so seriously and go back to how we used to be as children and find some fun in life, especially when there are so many things going on. You know, there are things going on with the weather, things going on with people's health. Um, Sometimes you have to take a break from all of the seriousness that is going on in life. Take a break from your bills, take a break from your partner, take a break from your children, and pull out your crayons. Or, I keep dolls that I do play with from time to time. Pull out your dolls. If it's a guy, pull out your G.I. Joe, or pull out your Matchbook cars, or your marbles, or something from your childhood that brought you a lot of joy. I used to love to color. There's the geese. I used to love to color. I used to love spirograph. And my husband actually bought me one for Christmas. So, when I want to be creative, I go and, get something and unplug from everything and enjoy myself creatively. I don't know if you guys can see those geese right there flying. That's like the second set. So, time for crayons. Now, the next one is name your higher self. Some people refer to their higher self as their alter or their ego or whatever. And what this card is saying is give your higher self, that little small voice that you hear speaking to you sometimes, give that a name and make it more personable, because we all have that small inner voice within us that sometimes warns us about things that are going on. If you don't hear that small voice sometimes, then you really need to work on stilling your mind, because sometimes that is that small voice that will give us some good advice, or maybe remind us of something that our grandmother taught us, or our mother taught us, or our father taught us, or remind us of something that makes us feel good. So give a name to that voice to make it more personable. So when you speak to that voice, okay, so I'm Donna. Donna, I need to tell you what's going on with me today. And don't be scared to talk to, your higher self and say, hey, look, this is what's going on. I have been trying to do blah, blah, blah for a while. Can you please help me? Or am I going in the right direction? Don't feel shy about talking to your higher self, or your inside voice, or that voice that is inside. Don't feel like, oh, okay, well, if I'm sitting here talking to myself, it must be something wrong with me. No, there's nothing wrong with you. You just have to get used to listening and stilling your mind and taking advice from spirit, because that's where the answers come from. So name your higher self. And the last one, which is one that we all should be reminded of, is to be grateful. Especially, I can't even pick this card up. Go over here, card. Especially with everything like going on in Louisiana right now and in other states, we need to be grateful every day. Like, we shouldn't see other people in bad situations to be grateful for the situation that we're in. I used to have a gratitude journal, and I would get up in the morning and write down the things that I was grateful for that day, just to remind me like how good things really are. And I haven't been doing that for a while, and I do really need to get back to doing that. And that's just a really good way of reminding yourself that you have a lot of things to be grateful for. And that's a way to kind of help you not fall into a depression when you see all of the things written down that you're grateful for, all of the things written down that are really going good in our lives. And it reminds us that we're not in a bad state like you may think. When you see all of the good things that are going on in your life, you're reminded that, oh, okay, well, things really are not as bad as, I'm taking them to be. And I know that this is a really good card for me right now, with what's going on in my own life, us not finding a house yet, but I'm healthy. My husband is healthy. My family is healthy, and I have a lot to be grateful for. I'm not starving. We're not homeless. Gizmo's healthy. So we just have to be grateful. And when we find a house, we do. And we move on. So I did notice that the sun is setting a little earlier. So we're getting ready to move into fall. It's the sunset over the bay. It's a nice day today. I did not leave this house today. So that's the sunset. It'll probably be going down probably in the next 20 or so minutes because it's already after 7 o'clock here. So I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I will talk to you guys later. I love you. Bye.